Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff's impressive net worth revealed as she's named the world's highest earning female athlete. Coco Gauff's stunning earnings both on and off the tennis court have been revealed as she's been named the world's highest earning female athlete. The two-time Grand Slam winner has retained her status as the highest earning female athlete in the world for 2025. Raking in $37.2 million this year. In Forbes' annual Rich list of tennis players, the 21-year-old ranks third, behind Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. The star's on-court earnings are a hefty $12.2 million, which comes after she won a second major title at the French Open. That number is made to seem modest in comparison to her endorsement deals, which earned Gauff a whopping $25 million this year. Among the brands associating themselves with the lovable, talented athlete are Bose, New Balance, and hair care company Carol's Daughter, all of whom ran ads featuring the athlete. In fourth place in Forbes' top 10 is Novak Djokovic, with $29.6 million, followed by world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, whose total of $27.4 million sees her rise 5 spots from last year's list. Chinese star Qin Wenjing is in sixth place with $26.1 million, followed by Wimbledon champion Iga Swiatek at $24 million. While she was already at the top of this list last year, Gauff's earnings have risen by around $10 million from 2024. Plus, she comes into the US Open looking to boost that by another $5 million, which she would earn by winning the title for a second time. Coco has shaken up her team following a tough period since that title in Paris, splitting with coach Matthew Daly and bringing in biomechanics expert Gavin McMillan. Longtime coach Jean-Christophe Faureau remains on the team, but McMillan has been brought in to try to fix Gauff's faulty second serve. Sabalenka had a similar addiction to double faults before McMillan rebuilt her service motion, so Gauff is bringing him to her team in hopes he can do the same for her. Gauff will begin her campaign against Australian Angela Tomljanovic. Coco Gauff, the rise of $1 million mindset. In the spotlight of a glowing stadium, with the roar of a crowd swelling like a wave crashing against the walls of history, Coco Gauff stood tall, not just as a tennis champion, but as a symbol of youth, ambition, and unprecedented success. At just 21 years old, she had done what many athletes spent a lifetime chasing. She became the world's highest-earning female athlete. And with her net worth recently revealed to have soared past $25 million, the world was finally catching up to what Gauff's fans had always known. She was more than a prodigy. She was a movement. But how did Coco Gauff go from teenage tennis sensation to one of the most bankable athletes in the world? The answer lies at the intersection of athletic brilliance, unshakable self-belief, and the art of being unapologetically yourself. From little Coco to global icon. Born Corey Gauff in Delray Beach, Florida, Coco was never a typical kid. Her parents, Candy, a track star, and Coy, a college basketball player, saw athletic fire in her eyes before she could spell Wimbledon. She picked up a tennis racket at age 6, and by 15, she was already being called the next Serena. But Coco Gauff wasn't here to be the next anyone. She was here to be the first Coco. In 2019, a then 15-year-old Gauff burst onto the global scene by defeating her idol, Venus Williams, in the first round of Wimbledon. The world watched, stunned, as this teenager not only held her own, but dominated, all while displaying poise far beyond her years. Brands, agents, and fans alike quickly noticed she wasn't just a great tennis player. She was a star. The money game. How Coco earned millions off the court. By 2025, Coco's annual earnings had crossed the $20 million mark, placing her above other global female athletes in terms of income. While prize money from tennis contributed a sizable chunk, thanks to her Grand Slam title wins, WTA triumphs, and consistent top rankings, it was her off-court ventures that truly elevated her to financial superstardom. 1. Endorsements that echoed her values. Coco Gauff didn't just sign any endorsement deal. She chose partnerships that reflected her beliefs, identity, and ambition. She inked major deals with New Balance, who launched her own signature line of shoes and apparel. Berea, the Italian pasta company, which emphasized healthy living and athletic strength. Head, her racket sponsor since the beginning. Rolex, an emblem of timeless excellence. Each deal wasn't just lucrative, it was aligned. Her image was clean, powerful, and empowering. Brands saw her as the face of the next generation, socially conscious, driven, and global. 2. Social media savvy. With millions of followers across Instagram, TikTok, and X, Gauff became a digital influencer without ever trying too hard. Whether it was behind-the-scenes practice videos, empowering messages about mental health, or goofy dances in hotel rooms, her authenticity won hearts and sponsorships. She wasn't performing for the camera. She was just being Coco. And that's what the world loved. 3. Business smarts beyond the baseline. Coco also surprised many by stepping into the business world. She invested in tech startups focused on education access and health equity. She launched a production company aimed at telling sports stories through the lens of female and minority athletes. And in 2024, she co-authored a book for young athletes titled Serve Yourself, Mindset, Motivation, and More. With each move, she expanded her empire, without ever losing sight of her roots. The power of voice. Coco Gauff is not only wealthy in net worth but in influence. In a world where athletes often shy away from social commentary, Gauff leaned in. She spoke out about racial injustice, climate change, and gender equity in sports. She stood in front of crowds at protests and gave interviews that resonated far beyond tennis. One quote that went viral during a rally in 2020 captured her essence. "I use my racket, but I also use my voice. Because if I win trophies but stay silent, what's the point?" That mindset endeared her to a new generation of fans who were as socially conscious as they were sports-obsessed. Brands loved it. The world respected it. And her bank account reflected it. Breaking the glass net. In many ways, Coco Gauff's meteoric rise symbolizes a shattering of the glass ceiling in women's sports, a phenomenon some have started calling the glass net. While legends like Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova laid the groundwork, Gauff was reaping the benefits of a new era, one where female athletes are finally being recognized not just for their talent but for their marketability, intelligence, and leadership. Gauff's net worth wasn't just a number. It was a headline in global financial magazines, a talking point in boardrooms, and a hope for every young girl who ever picked up a racket or laced a pair of sneakers. What's next for Coco? Despite her millions, Coco Gauff has made it clear, this is just the beginning. In a recent interview, she laughed when asked if she felt she had made it. "Made it? I haven't even peaked. I'm just learning how to fly." Her goals: win all 4 Grand Slams, inspire the next generation of black female athletes, start a foundation to bring tennis to underfunded schools, one day run her own sports agency, and knowing Coco, she'll likely accomplish all of that and more before her 30th birthday. Legacy in the making. Coco Gauff's story isn't just about money. It's about mastery of her sport, her voice, and her brand. It's about showing the world that a young black woman from Florida can not only conquer Wimbledon but Wall Street too. As she continues to dominate both the court and the conversation, Coco is redefining what it means to be a female athlete in the 21st century. She's not just part of history, she's shaping its future. So, when we say that Coco Gauff is the highest-earning female athlete in the world, it's not just a financial milestone. It's a statement, a new chapter in the evolving narrative of sports, gender, and power. And Coco, she's just getting started.